How do you feel in this very windy weather?
Wonderful.
Wonder-
This is what February should be like. No, it's not what it should be like, but it is what it's like every year.
I was thinking that February is the ugliest month of the year.
In
And
this country for sure.
in this country, yes. And usually there is no snow either. So, yeah, the combination is horrible. Yeah, there are no colors. But I need to show you this, guys. This is our little witch hazel, this shrub. And there are little flowers, red ones. And that's amazing. It should be a promise of the nice times in the coming years when it's bigger and there are more flowers. So even in February it should look at least a little bit prettier.
It's only the 3rd of February and the first snowdrops are starting to pop up already, which is quite unusual in our area, but we had some warm days, so that's probably the reason.
So tiny, oh my god.
This is a different kind of snowdrops that we have in the yard because those only appear at the end of February or second half of February.
Mm-hmm.
I planted these I think 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and last year they flowered for the first time, so we already knew that these ones will come first, but I'm surprised that already at the beginning of February they are starting to appear.
Yeah, we were quite surprised when we saw this.
Yeah.
Look, oh my god, snowdrops already.
So that's cool that we have some flowers at least in February, so we can look forward to the upcoming weeks and see hopefully more of them.
Yes. As you can see, we keep dead flowers here in the garden in the winter as well. And there are seeds. These are, for example, cone flowers, and some birds enjoy these seeds. I think they enjoy them less than what we put in the bird feeder, but still, it's something different for them.
And also leaving old dead plants helps insects wait the winter over.
These berries in English are called coral berries, and they are quite pretty. Sadly, now they are coming to an end, so the color is somewhat fading, but it's a very nice purple/pink color, and also something that makes the February at least a little bit prettier.
So we have some colors here after all.
And here we have one more, and here one more.
These are bigger.
Yes, but the berries are different, a bit smaller and darker. Maybe it's also a different variety.
Maybe, I don't remember.
Yeah.
But I have it all in an Excel, of course.
Okay, of course.
And we have more gorgeous flowers here. This is one of our hazelnuts, and it has a lot of male flowers, which I think start to pop up already at the end of autumn. And they are here until spring, until female flowers appear as well, so that they could pollinate. And we have a lot of shrubs on our property, and more of them keep having these flowers. So there's another one here with a lot of them, and even this small one has a couple. So I think we are getting ready for a big hazelnut harvest.
Okay, so
We don't have squirrels here, so they will all stay here for us probably. Or maybe some birds will take them, I don't know.
we'll see.
Most of our garden beds are empty, waiting for the spring.
They look so dead.
They should at this time of year. But some of them have some goodies still waiting for us. We have quite a lot of leeks still. I actually tried to harvest one of them last time we were here 2 weeks ago, but the ground was frozen, so I couldn't dig in. So now it's warmer. I think we will take one of them with us to the city.
We will, definitely.
This part looks a little bit ugly. That arugula is kind of dead. It didn't like all the freeze and snow it was covered with, so we can't harvest that anymore. Maybe it will come back. But interestingly, we have some celery, root celery here. I thought I didn't manage to grow them, but at the end you can see roots forming here. It takes them a really long time to be ripe. You have to start like in February, March indoors, then you plant them outside in May, and then you wait basically until the end of the year. So
It's a long process.
I thought we wouldn't have any, but it looks like we will have some after all.
Yes, cool.
And we still have some spinach here, which survives winters every year. So I think we can harvest that one if we wanted to, and it will stay here until spring, and it will keep growing until it flowers.
Yeah, and when it's warmer, it will grow even better, I think. And here,
A lot of strawberries waiting.
they are sleeping now, right?
Yes.
Resting.
It will be one of the first fruit that we will harvest in the spring.
Yes, I can't wait for that time.
Yeah, me too. I love strawberries, they are delicious. But strawberries won't be the first fruit. The first one will be honeyberries, which don't originally come from here, but they start providing fruits already in the second half of May, depending on the weather. And you can see that they are already starting to develop leaves, which is
Wow.
amazing at the beginning of February.
Yeah, so early.
Yeah, but they are used to the cold because they come from Siberia or Kamchatka, so they like this kind of weather.
Wow.
And we find them delicious as well, so we can't wait to have more of them because we have like 14 shrubs, I think.
Yes, but a lot of them are still very small.
All of them are very small.
Some herbs are also still growing. Here we have sage, I think is the name. Oh my god, I forgot.
I think so too.
Sage. So we can make tea from this, and we will. The leaves are very nice, and it should be good when you have a throat ache, when your throat hurts.
Sore throat?
Sore throat or something like that.
Okay.
Sorry about the...
Sorry about the guys. We don't know the.
I'm always like, let's film this herb, and then I realize I don't even know how it's called in English, and I don't know what I'm talking about. But that's life, that's real life. We don't know anything.
We just love to share, right?
Yes.
Everything with everyone.
And look at my herb garden.
It's alive.
Yeah, quite alive. A lot of the plants are green, and they are growing like there is no winter or something. Except basil. Here we have basil.
Yeah, that doesn't survive frost.
Yes, so every year you have to plant new basil. That's normal, that it's that.
But I'm keeping one indoors in a planter.
That's a special one. We'll show you.
And in case you are wondering what this hole is for, why I'm digging here, we are planning to have a tiny little garden pond here. We just wanted to try a little one to see how it works, and if we put some plants in, if the water will stay clean and not green and stuff like that. So yeah, we just thought we would dig a hole manually, a small one, put the form or whatever it is for water in, and see what happens.
Yeah, so just a fun experiment, and we will learn as we go. We will know more about garden ponds after this.
Yeah, and it will be another element in our garden. It brings life in the garden, right? Because all the animals and insects want water, so it could be useful as well.
Just wait. Wait for better days
In the meantime, look what we were baking. It's a strudel. It looks quite ugly when it's not, you know, powdered with sugar and all these unnecessary things. But for us and for everyone, the main thing should be that it's tasty.
Let's hope it will be.
Yes, let's hope. And look, we have new mittens or gloves or whatever this is, because the last ones got destroyed when we were baking pizza and the baking form was too hot and they dissipated or something.
And these are prettier.
Yeah, these are very pretty. Look, I like them.
And we are done with walnuts for this season. I think the harvest was quite successful. This is all of them. So this year we have about 1.3 kilograms of walnuts,
Wow.
which is nice. I don't think it's our record. I think we had 1.5 before, but then 2 years we had almost nothing or nothing. So that's still nice. But we eat more than that. We buy additional 5 kilograms every year, so this is just a bonus for us.
Yeah, but it's a very nice bonus. And of course, they are the tastiest.
Of course, and the healthiest, probably. And the nice thing is that this year, for the first time, our new walnut trees, which we planted a couple of years ago, provided us with 3 walnuts, which are somewhere in there. So in the upcoming years, the harvest should grow.
Yes, and that's great that there will be more. And there's always something new to look forward to, which we love. That's amazing, right?
Yeah, I love looking forward to things.
Not things, but fruits and veggies that you will grow for us, and
That Peter will bake or cook.
yes, and nuts, various nuts. So that's amazing. Look
Yeah.
how great it looks. Let's cut the strudel, and I will do it here in the middle because it's the richest there. So
Your favorite part?
yes, let's take a look. So look,
Wow.
it looks very nice. It's not just apples, but we also added poppy seeds, and it should make the flavor richer, better. I like the shape. It looks so professional.
Yeah.
So that's nice. Guys, give me compliments in the comments.
Compliments to the chef.
This is so stupid. I'm just showing off some random strudel on the internet. And it's not even a pretty one, but I'm so proud of it because I baked it myself with the help of Tommy, of course. He was shredding the apples, so that's nice. And I decided we will have our elderberry liquor.
Wow.
Yes.
What's the special occasion?
We still have a lot. That's the special occasion. We need to drink this. I have these special glasses.
Goblets?
Yes.
Goblet of fire?
It looks like I'm going to like give an offering to some god or someone.
With this blood.
One glass.
I don't think we need more.
Last time you were saying that, oh my god, that's too much.
Yeah.
It wasn't, guys. It's the right amount.
I'm not driving today.
Yes, so this is great.
Very good.
Professional. I recommend.
There's not much to harvest in the winter, but there is one more thing, and that's Jerusalem artichokes. We have them growing here on their own. They come back every year on their own, so we can try to see if there's anything we can eat.
Yes.
Ah, here.
Yay. so close to the
Aha,
surface.
Yeah.
Cool.
And we need just a couple of them. As you remember, if you eat too many, you will fart all day, all night.
Yes. And you can also cook them or bake them, but it's better to use just a few of them in every meal. Okay, so show me today's harvest.
Here it is.
Yay. We also harvested 2 leeks, one bigger one smaller.
Because they lived together.
Yes, they are a couple. And here 2 root celeries. So they look like this. And yeah, they look like this.
They are smaller, but we still didn't expect them to have them, so it's a nice surprise.
Yes, because Tommy is the best gardener, so these are the results. Since it's ugly February, we can show you the ugliest room in our house, and it's our bedroom. The beds are colorful and fluffy and nice, but I need to show you this. So this is our wall, and I removed the bad parts.
So now it's only pretty parts.
I used a hammer and I was banging here because it was hollow. It sounded hollow, and the plaster here, it wasn't holding at all. There is moisture in the walls and it destroys the plaster. There is no hydro isolation here in such old houses like this one. So it's quite normal and it's terrible usually. So I removed the damaged plaster and now it looks like this. So I don't know if you know how these brick houses are. There are usually bricks inside and then you put the plaster on top of the bricks and then you paint. So the plaster is to smooth the bricks and like that layer is necessary. And then you paint. But yeah, now it looks like this. So in the future I'm planning to repair this, but it's not easy. You have to mix a special mixture, a new plaster, and you have to add it here gradually in more layers because this is thick. Normally it's not like that. So that will be a lot of fun, I think.
We've never done it before, but we also know that it's not a permanent solution since the walls will continue to be wet, and so you have to repeat it basically every few years.
Yes, exactly. So it's not a priority and we'll see what happens, but it won't be a permanent solution.
Yeah. But what happened to the carpet?
The carpet from here is gone as well. It was a very old, terrible carpet and it smelled moldy, you know, and it needed to go. So one day I was like, it's going out of the house. So we moved all of the furniture. There is not a lot, so that wasn't that difficult. We moved it out of the room and then we took the carpet and it's there somewhere in our barn or somewhere. So it was really stinky and I'm glad it's gone. So now it looks kinda not good, but it feels better in this room.
Yeah. And here is our perennial basil. We are next to the window in case you didn't notice. It doesn't look the best because it needs water and we are not here usually for 2 weeks, so it struggles a little bit and I have to save it every 2 weeks by supplying water. But it's alive, it's even flowering, and yeah, we will try what it will do during spring when we move it outside again.
So hopefully it survives.
Yeah. It's a different kind of basil. It's not the one that we normally grow. It's some kind of a hybrid between two different versions.
We still have quite a lot of pumpkins and squashes still, but only 2 of these peripan squash remain. So I thought I'm going to show you how I prepare them. So come here to the kitchen and I'll show you. A lot of these peripan squashes, when they get older, when you store them, the peel or the outer shell or whatever that is gets very, very hard. It's like stone. So it's impossible to cut it with a knife even. I have a big knife. Where is it? Here, this one. That is not enough. So I have something better here. A metal saw. So you cut metals with this. You saw nails off and stuff like that. It's great for these peripan squashes. So I always do this. When I'm almost there, I can do this.
Ooh!
Ta-da! So
the saw is really working for diamonds and peripan squashes.
exactly. Yeah, for metals. I'm not sure about diamonds, but for metals and peripan squashes, it's the best. And this second one as well. I think this one is softer. Yeah, there are 2 kinds. Tommy planted 2 kinds.
I planted one, but 2 grew up.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say, that he didn't even know what he was growing. So one kind is softer, and look, it's like
butter.
yes. Ta-da. Okay, so now when we have this, we need to remove the insides. So
Same like pumpkins, right?
yes, same like pumpkins, so we will remove the seeds. There isn't much of the insides, and generally these peripan squashes are quite small, so I don't know if they are worth it
To grow?
to grow. Yeah, the taste is also not something to write home about. They are nice when you have them, it's tasty, but they are tastier things in the world. That's what I wanted to say. But they are not bad tasting or something like that. They are nice.
We tried them for the first time last year, and yeah, we were wondering if we should try again or not.
Okay, I washed them a little bit to remove the sawdust, and now I'm just going to bake them, and the insides will get softer, and then we will continue. I will show you what I do with them. The peripan squashes were baking for an hour, and now they look like this. So the soft kind is soft, but this hard kind, look, it's really like a stone or something. And I'm just going to, take the baked flesh. It's soft. There is not much in this one. Some peripan squashes are bigger, so it's not always this pathetic. But these are the last ones of the season, so...
And the smallest ones.
And the smallest ones, yes. Here we have more. Yes. Not by much. I like to use it as sauce, so I'm going to blend this. Here I was cooking lentils with rice and various veggies, and I'm going to add this peripan squash sauce. It's just like a bonus, so I use it like a bonus something.
An extra ingredient which is not missed if it's not there.
Yes. So that's one of the options how you can use the berry pan squash.
And that's it, because our weekend at the country house is over and we have to return back to the city.
Yeah, so hopefully you enjoyed this video, even though it was ugly February. And we'll see you next time. So until then, bye.